Okay, I think I'm live. Okay, let me tag some persons. I just tagged you. Okay. All right. Okay, I think I'm live. Hey guys, good afternoon. First, I want to apologize for the lateness. Actually, I had some issues coming live, right? So I apologize for that. I actually planned to go live by 3 p.m. West African time, and it's about 18 minutes past already. Okay, so but that aside, I apologize for the lateness, but I'll just go right into the point I want to share. So before I dive in, I'd want us to share this video. You can tag your friends as well, because what I want to talk about is a very simple thought, right? It's a very simple thought, but it kind of touches on a number of us. Yeah, it kind of touches on a number of us. So please do me the favor of tagging your friends. You can also share. Then also, I think I have a few persons live with me. So please tell me your name and where you're watching from as well. Right? I'd appreciate that. So, okay. So I'll just give it a few more minutes. I'll start by 3:20. So please share on groups, share to WhatsApp, tag your friends. Let's share these little thoughts. Okay, I can see Gabriel from Port Harcourt. Thank you, Mr. Gabi Billions. I can see Ibinabo, great guy. Okay, I can see a number of persons here. Okay, I can see my big uncle. Thank you, sir. Okay, so it's 3:20, so I'll just dive into my thoughts. Like I said, I don't want to waste much of your time, so I'll just share the message. And of course, it's always here on Facebook, so we can all get to watch it at our convenience. Okay, so if you recall, when I made the announcement to go live yesterday, I actually shared one of my previous posts. So that post, I made it almost a month ago. I think it's been a month plus now. I made the post about 5th of May. Yeah, 5th of May. So today is about 6th or 7th of May. So that when I made that post, I actually used a tagline, try the read book. Try the read book. So when I made that post, immediately I made the post, a thought came to my mind, and I wanted to share on that thought. Yeah, I wanted to share on that thought, but at the time I was in transit, so I could not really put my thoughts together. So, and it's been almost a month, so I decided that I must share this. It's not going to pass 1 month, and so yesterday was 6th, so we're doing this now. Okay, I have more persons. Awesome. So this is what I'm saying. There's a kind of a trend. Would I call it a trend? There's a kind of a trend going on now, where when you go through the timeline or the bio of a lot of persons on social media, on Instagram, on Twitter, right? We have the tag CEO on our bio. Almost everybody is a CEO of one business or the other, right? So it's kind of a trend. We are all experts. We are all super affiliates. We are all the most sought after in West Africa, in Nigeria, in the world at what we do. So it's kind of a trend. Now, I'm not saying that derogatorily, right? I'm not here to drag anybody, but I just want to pass a message across, right? And that's this. It's actually a great thing. Entrepreneurship is a powerful thing, right? And I subscribe very much to it. Entrepreneurship is a very powerful thing, and you being a CEO at a young age, at the early stage of your career, is really not a bad thing. But when I made that post, try the read book, something else dropped in my mind, and I said, I'm going to share on this, and that is what I want to do right now. Now, there's these stats that I believe a number of us are used to, right? If you are used to the stats, you just tell me, yes, I'm used to it, or I've heard it before. It says an average CEO reads 50 books in a year. If you heard that quote before, it's actually a statistics, right? If you heard it before, just type on the comment section, I've heard it before, I've seen it before. An average CEO reads 50 books in a year. And you wonder that there are about 54 weeks in a year. So that makes it an average of one book in a week, right? So it means an average CEO will read one book in a week. Now, when we say an average CEO, I'm going to define an average CEO as someone that runs a business that is at least afloat, right? A business that is at least above the water. So if an average CEO reads an average of 50 books in a year, making one book in a week. Now, the question is this. A lot of us, it's very easy for us to add the tag CEO to our name, to add the title CEO to our tag, to our bio on social media. But now the question is this: do we do the things that CEO? Let me paraphrase that. Do we do the things that people who are at the stage that we're striving to get into? Now, they are already successful CEOs. This is what they do. They read a lot, right? They grow their knowledge in books. I'm actually concentrating on books now, right? So if you're adding that tag to your name, which is a great thing, but the question is, do you do the things that those people do? Right? I can see a lot of persons joining now. So, do we do the things that those people do? That's the question. You are a CEO of your own company, of your own empire, which is super great, right? Now, I'm bringing in a statistics that should put some thoughts in your mind, right? We want to build a great business, but are you doing the thing that people who have built great businesses in the past, are you doing what they are doing, right? Are you building yourself? Are you honing your skill? Are you trying to get better in your niche or in your industry? Or you're just satisfied with the CEO tag, founder and CEO? That's the question I want to put across. Okay, I'll take time to go through the comment section as well. Okay, I said if you have heard that stats before, I want to type it on the comment section. An average CEO reads at least 50 books in a year. That makes one book in a week. So you, CEO of your own empire, how many books have you read this year? How many books have you read in the past month? How many books have you read in the past quarter? This is June. This is like the middle of the year, as it were. So how many books have you read? So by this time, an average CEO would have read 25 books already, right? So how many books have you read this year? So it's more than just adding a tag to your name. It's more than just trying to tell everybody, okay, I'm the expert in this thing, when maybe you're not. But the point is, try to start doing those things that people who have achieved the results you're trying to achieve are doing. And that's how life works, right? It's a give and take. It's a give and take. You put in, you actually put in and you harvest, or you sow and you reap. So if you're not putting in those things which the average CEO puts into his business or puts into himself to develop himself, right, you're not actually going to get the result. It's just a tag you're going to roll on for a period of time and it's going to wear out. I hope I'm making sense. So, we're actually, for those of us just joining, we're actually talking about a very simple thought. It's a very simple thought. It's great to start a business early. It's great to be a founder. It's great to pursue your dreams. That's awesome, right? I'm not dragging anybody. But what I'm saying is, if you are set on doing that, please start doing those things which people who are already successful at the things you are aiming to get at, try doing the things that they do, right? Try doing the things that they do. Mr. Gabriel, I'm glad you're here. I can see Desmond. I can see a number of persons. So the thought is simple. Like I said, I'm not going to waste your time. The thought is very simple. Try doing those things. Because at the end of the day, there's this there's this saying that for the fact that something has been done before, it means it is very possible. So for the fact that people have built businesses, right, even at young age, it means it's something that is very possible. So, but the question you should ask yourself is, what did those people do? Mark Zuckerberg built Facebook at his 20s, right? He built Facebook at his 20s. Now we have a lot of people in their 20s that are CEOs. But are you doing those things which people like Mark did in their 20s? Are you honing your skills? Are you reading books? And I'm very particular about books because there are a number of ways information can be passed. At least this is the digital age. We're in the digital age. There are a number of media or mediums in which you can pass information. But books kind of stand out because it has lasted for centuries. It has been here for ages, right? And one thing about books is that a lot of authors, a lot of very prominent authors, they actually pour out their life experiences into their books. So what that means is that, for instance, if I'm in maybe the finance industry, or if I'm in the finance industry and I actually pick up a book of a renowned finance author, what that means is that in a period of 1 week, I can actually go through the experiences of that man or woman and what he took him or her 30, 40 years to learn in that particular industry. I can actually have a view of it in just 1 week. That's what it means, because books are really very powerful. And like the saying goes, they said experience is a good teacher. And I said many times, it doesn't have to be your own experience. You can actually take a cue from the experiences of people, from the experiences of mentors, from the experiences of friends. Like if somebody does something and gets his hands burnt, you don't have to get your hands burnt before you know that, okay, this thing is dangerous. You can actually take a cue from the fact that it has happened to somebody, so you learn from it. So what I'm saying is, authors share their life experiences. They share their wealth of wisdom. They share their wealth of all the ups and downs, right, they've gone through in the course of building businesses in different industries. Now, in a period of 1 week or 2 weeks, you can have the opportunity to actually envelop yourself and tap into that wealth of wisdom. So what somebody gathered for 40 years, you can tap into it in 2 weeks if you are smart. So that is the smart way to build a business in this digital age, right? That's the smart way to build a business, flying on the wings of those that have gone ahead of you. And one way to do that is to read books. Now, you can read books in your industry. You can read books on self-development. There are really a number of areas, right, that we should be reading. We should be actively reading about. There are a number of areas. So some persons might ask, if I read a book a year, wow, that's a lot of books. If I read a book a week and 50 books in a year, that's a lot of books. So there will really be, how do I pick the books that I'll read? Now, it's simple. There are really different areas of your life, right? There are different areas of your life, your spiritual life, your personal development, your finance, and all that. So you can pick up these areas and pick up authors or mentors that are done very well in those areas. And you take their books, 1 book a week, 1 book in 2 weeks. Now, you don't have to beat yourself if you cannot do a book in a week, right? You don't have to beat yourself, but you have to start somewhere. That's the point. You have to start somewhere. If you start at 1 book in a month, that's massive success. Because if you have done that, it will be by this time of the year, this is June, you'd have read 5 full books. And imagine you reading a full book on personal development and you actually take action on it. It will leave you a better person. It will leave you a better CEO. It will leave you a better founder. And that's the truth of the matter. And I'm speaking from experience, right? So imagine you've read 1 book in a month for the past 5 months. That's 5 books already, right? So it doesn't have to be 1 book in a week. It could be 1 book in 2 weeks. It could be 1 book in a month. But try the read book. It's important, right? Especially for those of us that are looking forward to build businesses. We're founders, we are CEOs, right? That's the thought I want to share. Okay, let me just give some shout out. I can see Akola De Olayinka, thank you. Okay, I can see Okay, I can see some of my very big uncles here. I can see Arodoye Liberty. I can see my big cousin Orobosa. I can see Kenneth. Thank you for jumping in. I can see Precious. I can see Desmond. I can see Testimony. Awesome. I'm glad you're here. So that is the thought I want to share, guys. So let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. And before I leave you guys, right? I'm gonna come up with something, right? I'm gonna come up with something like a reading challenge. So I think I'm gonna go live again tomorrow. I don't go live often. I think this may be like the second time I'm going live on Facebook, but I think it's something that I really want to push, because the thought came in very strong in my heart, and it's been over a month and it came in very strong again, and I was like, I need to actually push this. So I believe I'm going to be going live tomorrow, and I'm going to be structuring it for those of us that may have an issue with which book do I read? How do I pick my books? How do I pick my authors? Which industry should I read in, right? I'm going to be picking out some industries or some areas of our lives that really need some leveling up, right? And I'll be picking some very important books that some I have gone through and some that I will love to go through. And I'm going to be sharing it with us, and I'm going to be inviting us. So let me just put this up front. I'm going to be inviting us. It will be a kind of a challenge. So we can say, okay, this month that we just started, this June, this is the 6th month of the year. Let's see what we can do with this month. Let's see how far we can go. Let's see how much we can learn. Let's see how much we can read, right? So I'm going to be doing that, I believe, same time tomorrow by 3 p.m. EST. I'm going to try and put that together for us, right? Industries, areas of our lives, authors, name of books, right? I'm going to structure that out, and I'm going to share it tomorrow. So if you love that, please let me know in the comment section, so I will know I'm going to devote my time to do that. So if you love that, let me know in the comment section. Oh, Ibinaboy, it would be great to have you on that. Kenneth, awesome. Precious, awesome. Gabriel, awesome. Desmond, awesome. Andra, awesome. So please, guys, so let's drop our thought about this, and also please let's drop on the comment section. I want to know what you think about the challenge. Is this something we should do? Is this something we should do? Is this something I should put my time to put together? Right? Is this something I should try to put my time together? So let me know in the comment section. Awesome, Mr. Gabriel is in. So I'm gonna be doing that. I'm gonna be sharing it by 3 p.m. tomorrow, right? And it's gonna really be helpful. Let's see what we can do in the month of June. And at the end of the month, I believe we're going to have great testimonials. You're gonna tell me, you're gonna come on my timeline and tell me how much of a success, or how much of wisdom or experience you're able to tap in by reading one book, by reading 2 books in this month of June. Okay, Osadolo is in, Testimony is in, awesome. So I'm going to be doing that by 3 p.m. tomorrow, right? It's great to have you guys. I would love you to share this to your friends, because a lot of us are CEOs right now. A lot of us are in our 20s, where a lot of us are CEOs. And if we want to be CEOs, if we want to build businesses, if we want to be successful entrepreneurs, this is one step to it, right? This is one step to it. Now, for those of us that read, you know that, let me just share this. Spending an hour to read a day, you can actually cover a book in a week. Spending an hour, just an hour to read in a day, and you have 24 hours in a day. So bringing out just an hour to read in a day can help you to cover a book in a week, or let me not stretch it, one book in 2 weeks, right? Just an hour. So if we can do that in our business life, in our personal life, in our spiritual life, right? It's going to make a lot of difference. I can assure you, it's going to make a lot of difference. So share this to your friends, because it touches on a lot of our friends. Like I said on my message yesterday, it touches on a lot of the friends we have on our friends list on Facebook, on WhatsApp. So share it. Tomorrow we're going to go live, and I'm going to share those areas of our lives, those authors we should read. There are some books you should read before you clock 20. There are some books you should read before you clock 30. And trust me, when you read those books, it's going to actually make a difference in your life. So I'm going to go through all that tomorrow. So before I log off, I want to thank you very much for coming on live, right? Thank you very much. Thank you very much for coming live. I can see Sonny. We're not talking about marketing today. We're talking about development. Thank you very much for coming live with me, right? So thank you guys. Thank you. You can keep sharing the video. It's going to be live on Facebook. It's going to be here, so your friends can always come on to see it, right? So it's going to be here on Facebook. So share it to your groups, share it to WhatsApp, tag your friends. Let's build that reading culture. If you want to build businesses, building a reading culture is the first step there. Building a reading culture is the first step there, right? Building and honing your skill is the first step there. So it's beyond just wishing to build a successful company. It's beyond wishing to be a successful entrepreneur. It's beyond wishing not to be doing a 9 to 5, right? It's doing the things that needs to be done that will get you there. So that is the thoughts I want to share, and I believe I've shared that successfully. So thank you guys for coming on live. I appreciate your time, and I'm going to put in my time to get out something for us tomorrow. So 3 p.m. West African time tomorrow, I'm going to come back live. Right? I'm going to come back live. Thank you. Thank you. If anybody has any question or comments, you can also drop it, and of course I'll do well to respond. I may just stay some few minutes more so I can respond to some questions live. Then also, if not live, I would always go through all the comments and I'll respond, of course. So thank you everyone for joining. Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your time. So thank you for your time. So the message is both to you and to me. Although I read, but I've not read 50 books in a year before, but maybe except academic books while we're in school, but books on personal development, right? Books on the industry you're trying to build in. Let's make this happen for ourselves, right? Let's make this happen for ourselves, right? Thank you for joining. Thank you. Okay, Gabriel is asking, can we have a book group? Okay, we could do that. So I'm going to actually put something together for us tomorrow, right? So I'll give that some thoughts, and I'll know if that is the best way for us to go about this. But I think it's going to be a reading challenge for June. At least everybody must complete one book in June, one book on personal development, one book of a successful author in your industry or in your niche. That's going to be the minimum goal for us in June. So if you are joining us in the challenge, so that's something you're going to be able to achieve in June, and I think that's going to be a very big one, because books captures and holds wealth of wisdom. Really, you need to read some books. There are some books you need to read before you clock 30. Really, there are some books you need to read before you clock 25. It's going to be an eye opener, right? So I'm going to do that. Thank you guys for watching. I can see OJ Chooks. Thank you for coming on. Thank you very much. So I'll be going off now. I'll go to the comment section after the live, yes, and I'm going to reply to any question that comes up and any comments that needs a response. And of course, thank you everyone for your time. Bye-bye.